Okay, good afternoon everybody, and welcome to this very last session on the media stage. This topic in the afternoon is about harnessing genetic resources for improvement of roots and tuber crops. Normally genetic resources are always at the start of our strategies or our projects, but now we're at the end, and that means that we're gonna close this session like with broche d'oro, like with an important place for genetic resources. We have four experts on the topic this afternoon. We have Claire Hersey, the cassava program leader from SIAT. We have Joe Tome, the director of the Agrobiodiversity Research Area, also from SIAT. We have Luis Castello from Embrapa Genetic Resources and Biotechnology. And we have Songbi Chen from the Tropical Crop Genetic Resources Institute and from CATAS. What is this topic about? First of all, roots and tubers are traditionally considered neglected in terms of investment, yet understanding crop genetic could unlock hidden potential to improve yields and nutritional benefits. And I think many of the technologies and the presentation on genomics, metabolomics we've seen in the morning, they are particularly of value if we can access a wide genetic diversity. But how can researchers prioritize investments to ensure these crops remain beneficial for smallholder farmers and yet stay commercially competitive? These crops also contribute to genetic diversity in ecosystems, and I think we all know that genetic diversity, particularly of land races of the roots and tuber crops, are still very important for the livelihoods of the poorer communities in traditional settings, and that's true for almost all of the species. Plant genetic resources are also the basis for food security and an important component of agrobiodiversity and the national heritage. And also that has been recognized with the international treaty, farmers' rights, etc., increasingly during the last decades. But how can we prevent genetic erosion, continue to have ongoing evolution and links between in situ and ex situ farmers at the same time, and also protect the genetic resources for future generations, for the science that we have been talking about this week here at the Congress. So I'll ask the experts. With that, let's move to our fourth panelist, Songbi Chen. What needs to be the priorities in roots and tuber crop research going forward?
That is a good question. I think the priority is to create the good variety for diverse use. In order to reach this mission, we would like to, to follow 3 steps. The first, would like to conservation and protection the tuber and root crop, the germplasm and gene bank, and make it stability. This is the one I would like to mention. That the second one is need to develop the key gene and proteomic, the mark for selecting, its diversity variety to decrease the selecting, the time. This is the third. The last one I would like to we have a lot of genomic, proteomic, transcript data. How to combine it together, and to indicate it, the relationship between the phenotype, the genotype. In this case, it would like to make all of knowledge into the useful technology. This is what I mean.
Okay, that's a great answer, and also one small follow-up question. Also, in the future, do you see increased potential also for crop wild relatives of roots and tuber crops to be exploited?
Yeah, I think if follow, that is another one. If follow these 3 steps, I do believe it would be very useful to the future. That's short answer. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.